Welcome to the Woodlands. I'm so excited about this particular location. It will be our largest site. It has 100 units and 400 beds, and this site is designated exclusively for families. So you do have to have a child that is under 18 years of age in order to stay here. But this site will be a one-stop shop. Once a family gets here, everything they have need of will be met right here. And so I'm going to give you a little tour. I want you to see what this site is all about and what your donor dollars have helped build in partnership with the state of California, the county of Los Angeles, and all of our friends and partners. So come on inside and let me show you all about the Woodlands. Well, we just came inside the front door, and as you can see, it is absolutely beautiful. We redid the whole entryway, and so when a family comes in, they'll be brought in by either our agency or another agency, and they will have already called ahead of time to make sure that we have a room for them. Then they'll sit in here. They might sit here in our conference room or another office, and they'll do an intake and an assessment, make sure that they're a good fit and that they have a heart and a desire to end their homelessness. If they do, then we're the right agency, because we will never give up on them until we get them into permanent housing. Let's keep going. So you can see in here, this again with some of our offices, but I do want to highlight one thing. When we were able to secure this particular building, we also purchased the Denny's restaurant, which you'll see a little bit later. But that Denny's restaurant, it was in escrow with Starbucks. And then when Starbucks found out we were moving in, they went out of escrow. And then the decision was, what are we going to do with that Denny's restaurant? And so we decided that the highest and best use of that restaurant was to convert it into a preschool and a community center, especially when you consider how many parents childcare becomes a major deterrent from them moving forward and getting back on their feet. It becomes that obstacle and that barrier. And so if you look right over here, we have the renderings that have already been drawn of what this preschool is going to look like. And it is because of a very special foundation and a donor. It will be called the Betty Bazaar Community Center. And what's wonderful is we're partnering with the Child Care Resource Center. They already have the vouchers in place. So as soon as we get open, the families are here, and once we renovate the site, they'll be able to have their kids in a state licensed preschool facility. Now again, we're not fully ready. We will be soon, but as you can see, we've got more office space here, an intake area here, and then as we come over this way, we have another large room that will be used as a community room. There will be computers in here, television in here, where people can relax and be outside of their actual rooms. But now we're gonna go outside and look at some of the rooms that have already been finished. As we make our way outside, one of the things you'll notice right away is so many of these rooms are ADA. 15% of the rooms do need to be ADA, and that means that they can accommodate people with physical disabilities, with visual impairments, audio impairments, and so that's a major investment that we had to put into this property to make sure that it can accommodate people with special needs. And yes, it is for families, but oftentimes, as you know, you have families with a parent that has a special need. And so as we come this way here, I'm going to take you inside one of these rooms, and I'm going to let you see what some of the renovation was all about, especially as it relates to the ADA side. So if you come inside, and I got to tell you, these are incredible rooms. Every one of them is going to have 2 bunk beds, just like you see here. Every one of them is going to have a television, a desk, and that TV will actually be mounted on the wall. You have a little refrigerator, a little microwave right here for heating things up, but hope the mission, we will provide 3 meals every day for the residents of this site. So not only will they have a case manager, a housing navigator, they'll have access to mental health services, substance use treatment, and also job training, job placement, and preschool. They'll get 3 meals a day, and all their hygiene supplies will be met as well. But let me show you what some of the renovation was that took place, that took a moment, was the bathrooms in particular. Because as you can see here, this is an ADA bathroom. And with an ADA bathroom, you have to take out whatever was there, the toilet, the shower, and it has to be a roll-in facility in case you're in a wheelchair, all right? I want you to look out here. As you look out, what a beautiful courtyard. And we'll be having there'll be a lot of picnic tables, places where the residents can sit, can eat their meals. There's going to be a big shade structure as well. You can see where the pool was right here. It's still got the original shape, and even the jacuzzi over here where the other tree is. But this whole area is cordoned off, so no vehicles will be coming in this area so that it's safe. And then we don't have the funds for it yet, but our plan is to build a playground area right over here, okay? That will then have access over to the preschool. And then on the north side of the preschool, we're leaving space to expand the preschool, but there will also be a pet relief area because we are a pet-friendly facility where the families can bring their dogs, their cats, their pets. Why? Because oftentimes it's really a source of hope and inspiration. You have a small child that is deeply attached to a dog, a cat, a pet, and when that pet can come with them, it really helps them to stabilize into their new place. But let me show you what the insides look like when they're non-ADA. So again, once we come inside, you can see each one has the double bunk beds, but also every one of these units has one of these brand new air conditioners that are energy efficient and new windows. We want this to be a place where, yes, people can be comfortable, but also we want it to be energy efficient. And every one of these that are non-ADA has these barn doors, these rolling doors like this. And I want you to come inside and just see how nice this facility is. And so you've got the full sink, you've got the dressers, you've got the walk-in shower, toilet, and yet an entire family will be living in this space. So as nice as it looks, as you can imagine, if you have, say, a mom with 3 kids in this space, it'll get small pretty quick. But it sure beats sleeping in a car. It beats sleeping on the street, living in someone's garage. This is going to be a game changer for those who've experienced hardship, who maybe have lost their way, maybe they're fleeing domestic violence, maybe they've lost a job, maybe they've had an accident and a physical disability. This is the opportunity for us as a community to rise up and to say we can do better and we will do better. And so when people come here, they truly find hope again. And I've shared the story many times, but I have been present on multiple occasions when a family actually arrives here and all they're told is that you're going to be going to a shelter. Their mind immediately thinks a very large room with a bunch of cots and a bunch of strangers together. And then when they get here and they walk into one of these rooms, they are blown away. And all of a sudden, usually the first thing that happens is you have a mother that breaks down and cries. Why? Because she's been carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders, not wanting the Department of Social Services to come and take her children. And when she walks into one of these rooms, all of a sudden, hope is ignited. And she realizes she's going to be okay. She sees light at the end of the tunnel, and the kids begin to be kids again. And they will maybe jump on the bed, they may run around, they'll meet other kids in the complex, and life begins to happen. And people that were at the bottom, now they rise up and they have hope for the future. One of the things I also want to point out to you is how many people have been involved in this project. And a lot of names still need to go up here, but one of the things that we've done is we've allowed there to be naming rights and people to be recognized for their generosity on this, our major donor wall. When people walk in here, everybody will see it, but we have sponsorships all the way from the $5,000 to sponsor a room with your name on it, all the way up to $1 million, in which we do have the state of California and we have the county of Los Angeles that will be here. And so if you have a desire to be part of the solution to ending homelessness and to use the wealth that you have, to use the resources that you have, to give back, to make a difference, to help people that are less fortunate, to help lift them up, then please do that. And feel free to contact us. We'll let you know how that gift can best be used, whether it's sponsoring a bunk bed, bedding, whether it's sponsoring a room, a refrigerator, a microwave, but it really takes a village. And so if you'd like to be part of the solution, make sure you join this donor wall on our Welcome Home campaign. Community is everything. And when somebody comes in here to the Woodlands, oftentimes they feel alone, they feel isolated, they feel forgotten, they feel overwhelmed. And when they come here, they make friendships, they build relationships with others. Kids join and become friends with other kids, and parents with parents. And this really is a place where people get connected, where hope is ignited, where people have renewed desire and passion to live out their purpose and legacy in life. And so everything about this building has been strategically thought out from the colors to the design to the layout to making sure we're meeting everybody's needs.